Hey gamers, welcome back to the Daily Dose. My name is XONEVANT, and roughly 30 days from now, we got a big game coming out, Batman Arkham Origins. You guys know that I'm going to be playing that on my channel, doing a personal play along with the contest, and I'm also going to be doing some trophies and achievements for it as I get them out. But the main thing is, what are they going to be doing to improve on the first two games, right? Because the first two games are phenomenal, the combat is phenomenal, but what are they going to do to up the ante? And we've got the answer. So they're going to be basically making some improvements to the free flow combat system, and I'll quote this. They're saying that they want you to be a free flow combat black belt. That just sounds freaking cool to me as a Batman fan. I want to be a free flow combat black belt. That's what I want to be, and I think a lot of you guys probably do too. Now don't get me wrong, I love the old mechanics, right? I love the old combat. It's probably one of the better combat systems in any game I've ever played, because you can counter people, you can throw grappling hooks, whatever, man. It's just crazy. But what are they going to do to improve that going into this Origins game? And the way that they're saying that they're going to improve it is they want you to be able to use more gadgets while you're fighting. They want that to be a bit more seamless. They also state that they do want you to be getting 50 and 60 hit combos like all the time. Now granted, in the old games it really wasn't hard to get a big combo if you just kept like mashing the X button. Like I played on PS3 and I would just keep pressing the X button, and then obviously when somebody went to hit me I would just hit triangle one time, mash the X button. That's just how you were able to get through it. Even with the challenges, right? It made the challenges a bit more easier because you just sat there and just kept pressing the buttons. But what they're saying is that the button mashing is kind of going to go away. Like when you actually pull off moves in this game, you're going to feel as if you're actually a part of the fight and not just kind of watching the fight, maybe as you may have felt in previous games. You're not going to be able to just do that kind of like cape flip thing. That was like one of your standard moves to keep your chains going. You could also do that vault thing over the enemies, and you just kind of kept doing that. It was very routine. All that stuff, it's not going away, but the focus is going to be on that the enemies are also going to be able to kind of free flow around that and be more interactive with you. So it's not going to work every time on every enemy. You're going to have to know which enemies it's effective on and which enemies it's not effective on, because if you use it at the wrong time, it's going to destroy your combo. You're probably going to take some damage, which I think is a pretty phenomenal thing. Then that's obviously with the goons, or the henchmen, if you will, the little scrubs that you find in groups a lot throughout the city. But they also are going to improve the way that you fight against people like one-on-one, like the actual villains of the game, right? When you fight a one-on-one battle, you're going to basically square off. There's going to be obviously a villain on one side, you on the other, but it's not going to be, you're not going to be able to use the same mechanics that you would use with the like goons and the henchmen in order to take out the big villains. They're going to have their own strengths and weaknesses that you're going to have to figure out and then be able to take them down and counter them and such. So I think that's pretty cool. So in other words, if you fight one villain and a certain technique works on that villain, when you square off against another villain, it's not going to work. You're going to have to completely redefine the way that you play and the way that you take on that free flow combat for that particular villain in order to take them down. So I think it's pretty cool. They also talk about that you're going to have some like training challenges that you do. I guess that's going to be near the beginning of the game. I guess that's more of a tutorial. It is going to teach you all these new free flow combat type things. I'm sure there's going to be challenges too that you can do on the side, like in all the other games, that will help you focus on it as well. But they talk like it's not a steep learning curve to learn it, from what I'm gathering from this article, but it is a learning curve. Like it's not gonna completely be different from what we have played. It's more of gonna be an addition. So you could probably go in there and with what you know about Batman already and do okay. But if you really want to excel, you're gonna have to adopt some of these new free flow combat techniques so you can be a black belt like Batman. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's it. So Batman's got a new upgraded free flow combat black belt fighting system. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's show, and I'll see you in tomorrow. So you guys be good. Hey gamers, welcome back to the Daily Dose. My name is XONEVANT. Who's XONEVANT? It's too early in the morning. My name is XONEVANT. Alright, shake it off.